So the greedy method is one of the approach for solving a problem. It is one of the strategies for solving a problem of similar type. What is the use of greedy method? This method is used to solve optimization problems. Let me tell you about optimization problems. Optimization problems are the problems which requires either minimum result or maximum result. There are only two possibilities, either minimum or maximum. There are no any other possibility in optimization. So let's start with an example. Let me start with problem A. If a person wants to travel from point A to point B, how many possibilities of him or her to travel? He or she can travel through walk, through bicycle, through car, through train, or through flight. These are all the possibilities of traveling from point A to point B. But there is one constraint. The constraint is he should have to travel in 12 hours. Constraint means a condition that is given in our problem. It is the first condition that is given. He should have to travel in 12 hours. So, in which way he can travel in 12 hours? We should have to choose a conveyance which is less time consuming. So it may be a train or a plane. There are two possibilities, a train and a plane. So this is known as feasible solution. Let me explain feasible solution. A solution which is suitable for our given condition. So here our given first condition is a person should have to travel in 12 hours. So in 12 hours he should travel from point A to point B through train or through plane. So this is the feasible solution. A solution which is suitable for our given condition is known as feasible solution. So this is our feasible solutions. Here our second condition is he should have to travel in minimum cost. So how he can travel from point A to point B in minimum cost in 12 hours? So maybe the possibility is by train, because train is less costly than plane. So train is our option. Let me make it clear. So train is our possible option for minimum cost. Because train is less costly than the plane. Train consume minimum cost. So it is known as optimal solution. Let me explain optimal solution to you. a solution which is already feasible or giving minimum cost. Here, train is already feasible because of first condition. What was first condition? The first condition was we should have to travel in 12 hours from point A to point B. So we can travel through train or through plane. So train is feasible also. And our second condition is person should consume minimum cost from traveling from point A to point B. So by train he should consume minimum cost. So the train is our optimal solution. Let me tell you one thing, there can be only one optimal solution in a problem, and certain feasible solution in a problem. Like this, we have only one optimal solution, which is train, and here we have two feasible solutions, which is train and plane. So there can be only one optimal solution in a problem and more than one feasible solution in a problem. Let's start with a general algorithm for greedy method. So let me start it. Greedy method, what does it say? Greedy method says that problem should be covered in stages. In each stage, we consider one input from a given problem, and if that input is feasible, include it into the solution. By including all feasible solutions, we will get an optimal solutions. Let me tell you one thing. Why does we use greedy method? We use greedy method to solve optimization problem. There are two methods also to solve optimization problems, which is dynamic programming and branch and bound. And the third method is greedy method. Today we'll discuss only greedy method. So what does its general algorithm say? Let me start with the structure. Sorry. So in this method, here A is a problem and N is size, number of inputs. So here I am using for loop from 1 to n. 1 to n, we can choose input values from 1 to n and select in A like this. If the solution is feasible, if our given input is feasible, then solution will be feasible like this. So it's quite simple. Let me give you an example. For example, if a person wants to buy a car, he must have to buy a best one for him. So what does he do to buy a car? He visits all the brands like Honda, Toyota, Tesla and select its best one. Why does if he do if he make a condition that he don't want to visit brands like Kia, Tesla, etc. So he becomes greedy. He becomes greedy how? If he wants to buy his best one for him, he should make a constraint like he should not want to visit brands like Tesla and Kia. He should only wants to buy Toyota car and the best models of Toyota car and check its availability in market and select the best one. So he becomes greedy. He becomes greedy to buy a car, to buy a best one for him. So this type of approach to solve a problem is known as greedy method. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks.